I'm going to explain how the space and time works in the universe. As we know from Einstein's theory of relativity, that space and time is something that is called as a fourth dimension. But we don't know whether the time is stagnant or it is flowing like this river itself. So if it is flowing, at what rate it is flowing? And these are the stuff that we don't know and we are yet to find. But one including fact about space and time is that it explains the gravity and it helps us understand gravity in a better way. So whenever there is mass, as you can see here, the water which is going around wherever I am standing, imagine that this piece of land that I am standing on is the earth, then the space and the time is flowing around the earth and there is a depression in the space fabric, and hence the rate at which the time is flowing here is different to the rate at which the time is flowing here on this part of the land. So there is a lot of difference. So this is the reason why the satellites which have been put into the space by us have to beat about 9.3 billion times a second. So they have to oscillate about 9.3 billion times in order to work in proper way. So for example, GPS satellites has to work like they have to be accurate up to a nanosecond. Otherwise, every 20 minutes, people will be lost. Every 20 minutes, a single human being will be lost on this earth, somewhere on this planet Earth. But we are focusing on physics. So the physics here is that the time which I'm on, the ground which I'm standing on is different to the time in the space is because of the relative speed at which the space flows in this universe. So if there is mass, if there is a huger, better mass than what I'm standing right here, like sun, the space and time is even slower. So for example, if it is a black hole, say a whirlpool here, the time will be very slow and very, very slow, so that it may be zero. So there is something called as a paradox, error-alive paradox. Say if a human being enters the black hole, after the event horizon, I don't know what happens to you, but it is not pretty for me to say. But when the other person who is observing the person who is already in the black hole, he sees a person like this without any action at all. He will be frozen in time and space. So you can never get him back, nor you can see what is happening to him. But we can predict what can happen if a person gets into a black hole. He will be torn apart into pieces. All his atoms will be ripped apart, which is not good for me to mention. So the space and time is something that we don't understand perfectly at this point of time. But thanks to Einstein's great ability to think, we do understand it to a certain extent. Now come here. You can see the ripples in the space here around this mass which I am standing here. So the same thing happens even in the space. Those ripples are created. If we can study something about these ripples, and if we can find a place of stagnant space, just like the eddies that are in this river, we'll be able to do something with the time traveling stuff. So this is not exactly sci-fi stuff which we don't know about. We know, but we have to find a place in this universe which is stagnant and it is not moving. So if we can find something that is similar to the eddy current on this river, so we can travel in space. So if you are stagnant and you are not moving, then actually you are cut off from the rest of the universe, and hence you will be left behind in the past and you won't be able to make the journey along with the others in the future. So in fact, as a matter of fact, in a very scientific way, you are traveling in space. Thank you.